Hello, friends. If you've been wondering how we're thinking about in-person activities and worship here at St. Philip Deacon, stay tuned. Hello, friends. It's good to be with you as always. Thanks for taking a few moments to spend with me today. I want to bring us back for a moment to March of 2020. Specifically, it was March 12th, I believe, if I have my dates correct. That was a Thursday morning. As I was driving into church that day, I got not one but two calls from fellow pastors in the Twin Cities asking me a simple question. Tim, are you thinking of suspending in-person activities at St. Philip Deacon? And at that point, I was surprised and confused, and I said, well, no, why would we do that? And then I will tell you things moved very quickly. By about noon that day, I was on a conference call with 12 or 13 other pastors of large churches here in the Twin Cities. By about 1 o'clock, I was emailing our executive team and council and suggesting to them that we really needed to consider this, and by the next morning, we had sent a communication out to the congregation. That was Friday, March 13th, which meant that on Sunday, March 15th, was the first time we did our live stream only worship experience. I've said this many times since then. One of the sort of overarching ways we've thought about our time together since then has been informed by Martin Luther and his recommendations to people during a time of pandemic. He talked about how Christian love of neighbor was the overwhelming priority, focused on three sub-priorities: care for the weakest and most vulnerable one, two, follow the best medical advice possible, and three, take no unnecessary risks. And that's been, again, it's informed our whole posture over the last half year or so. Now, over the last few months, we have sort of, I'll use the language of we've started to wade into the water of doing some very small and controlled in-person activities here. We've had in-person prayer time in the sanctuary, for example, on Wednesdays, which a number of people have taken advantage of. During the month of October, we talked about this a few weeks ago, we have been doing midweek communion services at noon on Wednesdays. Again, the feedback from them has been very positive. They've been this beautiful, short, but profoundly significant liturgy from the Iona community. And this week, the week that this is broadcast, we're going to announce that we're going to take a little bit further step into the pool of in-person activities. And we will be communicating this the day or two before this episode airs, and we'll point you to some more specific information about what our plans are. But what I can tell you here is that during the month of November, on Sunday mornings, we're going to offer one in-person, sign-up only, limited in number, sort of shortened in-person service. It'll be at 8:30 on Sunday mornings. And again, it'll be for the first 4 Sundays of November. The 5th Sunday of November, as it happens, is the first Sunday of Advent. And so we thought that was a good break point. And during those 4 weeks, we're going to sort of see what the response is. We're going to see what happens in the world. We're going to see and follow how COVID continues. And we'll adjust and pivot as necessary after those 4 weeks. But we feel like it's important at this moment to at least create an opportunity for members of St. Philip Deacon to come together in what we hope is a responsible and faithful and safe way. And so, again, look for more information about how you can sign up for those if you would like. To come, that is. And I want to just lift up 3 priorities as we, again, move more into the pool of in-person things, the 3 priorities that are informing this decision. The first remains and has to be the safety of our staff and our congregation. So that drives it, and that's going to set in motion certain protocols and certain ways that we gather and decisions we make about how long we're in the sanctuary and so forth. So safety is number one. The second is protecting the success, I will call it, of our live stream. We've been live streaming, actually we've been live streaming for a number of years, but in an intentional way, we've been live streaming since March 15th, as I mentioned, and there's been incredible response to that. We're reaching all kinds of people, and in the last week, I've actually heard from individuals who have said, please don't stop this. It's become so important to me. And they have gone on to say, and by the way, if and when the church opens, I'm not ready to come back. So that's the second priority, is making sure that the live stream is in place and continues. And then the final thing I've already mentioned is the opportunity to wade a little bit further into the waters to expand our in-person opportunities for people here at St. Philip the Deacon. So again, read more about it in descriptions below. We'll provide links for how to sign up. I want to leave you with one final thought, which is from Psalm 119. This is verse 105. We've all heard this verse. The verse reads, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." What I will remind us of here is that psalm is talking about a little oil lamp, and it gives us enough visibility to see the next step or two. It is not a big floodlight that can light our way for a mile or two down the way. And so we're taking that seriously and recognizing that God is giving us enough to see the next step, the next two steps. We're trying to step into those steps faithfully and responsibly. We hope we are here at St. Philip the Deacon. And I hope to see some of you, at least, in November on Sunday mornings. For those of you who would rather continue to worship on live stream, we'll see you that way. In any case, that's a little update on where we stand with in-person things at St. Philip the Deacon. As always, I hope this finds you well. Stay in touch, and God bless.